Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about a statement from Lewis Hamilton as well as an update on race starts. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on Instagram and X at James's Pit Lane. I'll leave links in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Hamilton, and as we know 2025 was his first season with Ferrari, but it's not the year Hamilton would have wanted. For starters, the team finished 4th in the constructors standings, and in terms of Hamilton, he finished 80 points behind his teammate Charles Leclerc in the drivers standings. Now, during his difficult first season at Ferrari, Hamilton was often negative about his future, but in an Instagram post following testing in Bahrain, he's reassured fans that he's not going anywhere, with him saying, "I love this job so much, and I love working with my team and driving for the fans. I'm incredibly lucky to be able to do what I do, and I'm excited for the season ahead. I'm reset and refreshed. I'm not going anywhere, so stick with me. For a moment, I forgot who I was, but thanks to you and your support, you're not going to see that mindset again. I know what needs to be done. This is going to be one hell of a season. I've given everything to be here." Now, Ferrari looked to be in a really good place in 2026. I mean, during testing, their car looked really good out on track, both on fast laps and during race simulations. I mean, for example, Charles Leclerc conducted a full race simulation at the hottest point of the day on Friday, which was not far off the best race simulations of the week's test, and given the high track temperature slows the track down, it was a statement run from Leclerc which Ferrari's rivals would have noticed. Now, another area where Ferrari look really good is Grand Prix starts. Now, this year the MGUH has been removed from the power unit, meaning it takes longer for drivers to spin up the turbo, and while drivers have struggled with their practice starts, Ferrari's launches have looked really strong so far in 2026. And even with the FIA giving an extra 5 seconds to drivers on the grid to help them prepare for their race starts, Ferrari's launches just looked so strong. I mean, Lewis Hamilton was getting into the lead at turn 1 after starting from the P5 slot on the grid, and Charles Leclerc's launches were really strong as well. And if you want to find out more about how Ferrari starts are so good, I'll leave a link to a video I did in the description. Now, given the variety of performances of the different power units, there could be some major reshuffling of positions early on in a Grand Prix in 2026, and McLaren team boss Andrea Stella reckons that the big differences in getaway speed could yet become an issue that needed looking at. Even though he was happy with the start tweak from the FIA, with Stella saying, as quoted by the race, "I think the activity that's happening on the starts is very positive. It's creating a situation where everyone is given the opportunity to prepare their power unit, even if in fairness we still see that there's quite a lot of disparity in the start performance. So in a way, the concern based on what we see in testing has not necessarily been overcome." Now, another area of concern around the start has come up, with the drivers being allowed to use their active aero straight mode off the line. Now, as we know, active aero is being introduced in 2026, and this means the rear wing flap and the front wing flap can open on the straights at any point. And with starting grids typically being in the middle of straight mode activation points, there's nothing in the rules which stops drivers keeping their wings in straight line mode for the race starts. Now, obviously this has not happened before in Formula 1. I mean, even when you had DRS, you were only allowed to use that when within 1 second of the car in front, so you were certainly not allowed to use it at the start of a Grand Prix. And for sure, if you keep the car in straight line mode going into turn 1, it would provide a nice top speed boost, as it would improve the airflow on the run down to turn 1. However, what you've got to remember is that while you'd have nice acceleration on the run down to turn 1, you would also have a dramatic loss of downforce. And with cars all bunched up together going into turn 1 at the start, it could be a risk using that straight line mode. So yeah, while using active aero would provide benefits at the start, it could also be risky as well. And the race say it's now emerged that the teams have accepted that keeping things as they were was not worth the peril, so it's been agreed that a rule tweak will come into play. This will need to be formally approved by the FIA, either through a change in the regulations or a direct order from the F1 race director, which can be done on safety grounds, but that now looks set to happen in time for the Australian Grand Prix, with Stella saying, as quoted by the race, "I think there was a common agreement in terms of usage on the straight mode from the grid to the first corner, not to use it. While this has to be ratified in a way by the FIA, I understand that there's a general agreement across the pack." Now, I think this is a fair enough mood. I mean, the acceleration on these 2026 cars is very, very fast, and you combine that with the top speed boost you're going to get by deploying active aerodynamics, while you have a nice rundown towards turn 1, the loss of downforce could be very, very large. And you combine that with cold tyres, cold brakes, cars bunched up together, yeah, it could be risky. So I think this is a fair enough move. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care.